Lego pieces are incredibly cool, but for some reason, when the bricks are upscaled and turned into huge versions of themselves for other purposes, they become even cooler objects. Lego does their fair share of upscaled Lego minifigures, though I really love my wooden one much more. I'm sure most of us have the bricks and giant minifigure heads for storage purposes, and Lego even made wooden storage boxes shaped like bricks as well. Crazy expensive, I'll give you that, but mine is honestly one of my favorite pieces of decoration I own. A few years ago, back when I wasn't doing the biased Lego reviews you all love to hate these days, I was doing Lego tutorials teaching people how to build fun stuff with their Lego collections. And some of my favorite videos I did back then were the Giant Bricks video series, where I taught people how to build upscaled versions of regular Lego pieces. To this day, making some of these every now and then is a very cool challenge, resulting in some interesting creations. Lots of way to do it, but I usually go for a 3x3 grid for each stud, place a regular stud in the middle, surrounded by tiles, and then on top a round plate and a tile for the stud. Adding a few plates makes an upscaled plate, adding a few layers of bricks will get you upscaled Lego bricks. I always had this dream of building a Lego set using upscaled Lego bricks, but my approach on building these doesn't really allow the bricks to be stacked, and some pieces these days, apart from the very simple and basic ones, aren't that easy to upscale. So in order for me to build a giant Lego set, I would either have to put together a very basic Lego model of pieces I can easily upscale, or go a different route completely by making giant pieces from scratch using 3D printing. Before moving forward though, I needed to choose a set to upscale, and after going back and forth with some options that looked nice without a huge piece count, I settled on this Creator Propeller plane. This particular Lego product may not mean much to most of you, but as it turns out, this little thing was one of the last 3 sets I got to design while I was still working for Lego as a product designer. So yeah, it felt like the perfect candidate for this project. 3D printing has come a long way for the past few years, and Bambu Labs has been the front runner of innovation in that field. Their latest printer, the H2S, they kindly sent to me for this video, is a single nozzle powerhouse that boasts the biggest build plate and printing volume at 340 by 320 by 340 millimeters. It still manages small pieces incredibly well, but the bigger printing area allows for much bigger prints. Check out my giant brick separator. Isn't this cool? The H2S was crucial for this project because due to the scale I decided to go for, I wouldn't have been able to print this 2x10 plate or these massive wings for the plane. The machine worked flawlessly straight out of the box, has a very responsive touchscreen and can print in multiple colors if you go for the AMS combo deal. After a few days of printing, this is what I ended up with. The dark blue filament I ordered didn't arrive on time, so I printed all of the dark blue pieces with black filament instead. I had to play around with the wheels for a bit and print the usual 2-piece assembly into a single piece. Don't go expecting to print real Lego pieces with 3D printers though, as tolerances, clutch and all of the quality controls Lego goes for with their products cannot be matched. As you can kinda see, in some cases the pieces are too loose, in others the clutch is too strong. But if the plane holds together somehow when done, I'll be happy, and if nothing else, turned out to be a cool project to tackle anyways. With all of this in front of me, I can tell you how incredibly ridiculous it feels to follow the building steps for such a big model out of such a tiny instruction booklet in comparison. But with that out of the way, it's time to get building this Lego masterpiece. Putting this together was very fun, but I quickly realized that this wasn't going to be a smooth ride like building with real Lego bricks would. The tolerances and clutch of the custom upscaled pieces wasn't enough, and just by turning the model upside down, pieces started to fall off. I tried to work my way through it, but it just wouldn't work, so I came to the conclusion that I had to bring out the special chemicals to glue the pieces together. Do not try this at home. The fumes on this glue can be kinda rough, so I moved locations next to a window and started putting the pieces together. Soon after, I realized that all I needed to keep going was to just glue the core of the build, so when I was happy with what I had, I continued the build as normal normal since the plane wouldn't fall apart, and after a couple of minutes I had finished my very own upscaled propeller plane. Will still fall off, this thing isn't the most stable, and even the propeller has its issues, but words cannot describe how cool it is to see this plane again after all these years in a scale I could only ever dream of achieving. Thank you Bambu Lab for sponsoring this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.